Curse of Alton Manor's walk-on. It's less than a month old, but yeah, we're at Alton Towers. Yeah, it's a Saturday, but yeah, we're on part late as well. It's like 10:30, but yeah, no complaints from me. I think it's probably more to the fact that it eats the queue more than its popularity, to be honest. But yeah, back at Alton Towers. Most of this will be filmed on the phone. Check out the Valhalla video for information on that. But yeah, speaking of Valhalla, this is what the queue line should be like. I can hear the soundtrack in this queue line. Lovely queue line, this one. Full of Easter eggs everywhere. But yeah, the Alton Manor's walk, I might have a few goes on this, because like I say, it's a new dark ride. Gotta keep re-riding it to take stuff in. But yeah. Let's do it. And apart from that, it's good to be back at Alton Towers as well. And if all the rides are like this, we're chilling. But yeah, why not? I used to love like Laughing Jewel, and yeah, I love this ride almost as well, just as much. Like I say, still need to have a few more rides to take it all in. But yeah. Let's have a few goes on Curse at Alton Manor to start our day. Can't believe how quiet it is, but I'll take it. Don't touch your blaster until the safety bar is lowered. Mind your knees. Do miss those announcements, can't I? Round 2. Nice to be back on it. Yeah, one of the best dirt rides in country, that is. Some of my thoughts from opening weekend still stand. I still think some things are a bit too dimly lit, where, you know, some of the effects could be lit up a bit more, and then I feel like they'd have more effect from the effects. Another thing as well, and I don't remember it being like this on opening weekend, the car, I love good capacity, obviously. Got to get the queue shifted, but I think the cars were too close together to the point where, yeah, I don't know, you could see, and I don't remember being able to see the car in front of you, and behind you if you look behind you, and yeah, I think that takes away from it a bit, especially when, you know, you can hear and see the effects going off before you get to them, and then you hear and see the same thing again when you're right in front of it, and yeah, especially at the trommel bit, spoiler, apologies. Yeah, you used to have that whole stretch of the track to yourself, and we didn't today. There was a car in front of us, and instead of seeing the clock, which had that trommel effect, we saw the car in front of us, and until the car in front of us turned, that's when we got the little trommel illusion effect instead of throughout the whole thing, so that's a shame. But like I say, I'm all for really good capacity, and yeah, the capacity for this is like fantastic. But yeah, I don't think taking off a few cars would do much harm, especially today when there's not the 2.5 hour queue like there was an opening day or whatever. Yeah, I think a bit more space. Yeah, I won't do the queue any harm.
However, on the
like I say, I think we're going to have quite a few goes on this today. Round 2 now. Yeah, we'll see what happens, because I'm enjoying it. I haven't given the actors enough credit around this area as well on the channel. In the opening day vlog, the opening weekend vlog. Didn't give them enough credit. They're amazing, and they will not break character. Even if a kid's scared, like on our first ride, like this is the third one, but on our first ride, this kid was scared, and like the parents were trying to ask the guy at the door if it's scary or not, and there's the answer, but he didn't give an answer, so he ain't breaking character for a scared kid. He stayed completely non-verbal, giving everyone dirty looks, and yeah, it's amazing. It is like very creepy vibes around here. And yeah, like I say, the characters were great to take that away. And yeah, like doing a really good job. Yeah, it's one of the best dark rides in country, innit? We just had 3 rides on it. Stuff is happening behind here. The lift hill is still in place. We didn't show this at all on opening day because we didn't have the chance. I keep saying opening day when it's opening weekend. But yeah, they're doing stuff. The entrance is still there. And nothing else is, to be honest. Yeah, I've just seen people down there where the loop was and whatnot. And yeah, the Blade entrance is back over here, and this path is open, which it wasn't on the first weekend at season. Don't know whether it was something to do with what they were doing at Nemesis that they're not doing now. Oh, there's a hole there, which we'll have a look through. But yeah, that's it. You couldn't walk down here, so maybe they've done what they needed to do and around this area that required it to be shut off. And yeah, now it's safe to have more of the park open again. Yeah, have a look through this hole while it's here then. Any signs telling us it's rude to stare or anything? Nah, it's not a Mac Hyper, but yeah, interesting. See where the first drops might be there. The helix would be here. Wow, that's unfortunate. Don't know why, but it seems like Skyride is still yet to open for 2023, which is a shame because yeah, it's a nice ride to do, and well, it also takes you from one end at park to the other, which is good. The Smiler was B&M smooth just then, and it was a really good front row ride. Spinball Whizzer is also yet to open in 2023, well, main season, and I assume having it open for the Christmas event hasn't helped with that. Yeah, still having its maintenance. It sent the odd test train round. It did on opening weekend as well. There was just then, as I walked past, there was a train stuck on the final block before the drop into the final brake run. But yeah, it's a shame because I do love Spinball Whizzer, and it's a shame that it's not been open yet. It says on the app April, and it's April now at the time of recording, so yeah, it's a shame that. Time to have a ride on the world's steepest brake run. Quite a rare thing. We don't always go on this. It's always rather busy, and it is now, but might as well have a ride, because yeah, we've done plenty compared to what we want to do, and we've still got plenty of time left, so yeah, wow, we're going to be here a little while, but that's fine. Honestly, it's been so long since I've done this main queue. I've actually forgotten the layout and how far back it goes, so yeah, it was advertised 80 minutes earlier. We sat down for quite a while and ate food that we brought in with us today. And now it's advertised 60, but it's only up there. So yeah, it's advertised 60 now, and it probably won't be much longer than that. If it is, it doesn't matter, does it really? And it's not working. It's probably more like an hour and a half, but I enjoyed getting on it. That brake run, it's quite frustrating because the drop is actually good until you hit the brakes, and then there we go, steepest brake run. Ruins everything, but forgot what time it is, but we probably have time for 1 or 2 more rides, so see what we end up doing. Bags at the ready, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's time for a ride on Wicker Man, which was down when we were walking past it, but testing with a bit of a crowd around the entrance, so we thought we're going to take the chance and join this crowd because we could get rewarded for it, and that's exactly what's happened. It reopened, and here goes. No doubt this will be very, very busy shortly after just reopening, but yeah, I'll be glad to get on it. especially after just walking around there instead of doing so slowly. Alright then, we did eventually get on Wicker Man. Took a lot longer than I thought it would though, once it opened and once we actually got through into the queue line. They must have sent less than 10 trains round, and then they closed the ride again. And then later they announced it was to add the third train back on. So, and this was at like 5:15. Park closes at 6. And yeah, basically that was another half an hour delay, pretty much. So yeah, I can assume that first lot of downtime that they had was with one of the trains, and then, you know, it was a quick fix and they added it on to, I don't know, probably to get rid of the queue as quick as they can, like now when it's park closed, so everyone can go quicker. But yeah, it wasn't ideal. Another big delay after a big delay is just supposedly ended. Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but yeah, we got on there eventually, and we'll not dwell on the problems because the ride we had on it was running really, really well. Was being chucked everywhere, there was lots of airtime, and yeah, one of the better rides that I've had on Wicker Man, and yeah, just loved it. Straight from there, we didn't have long, so we went and finished on the Curse of Alton Manor again, which I must say is up there with the best dark rides in the UK. Today confirms it. We've had about 6 rides on it today, which is insane. Loved every one of them. There's stuff going on everywhere. The audio's perfect. Like I say, just it would literally be the best dark ride in country if they could sort some of the stuff out with the lighting, make them a bit less dim with some of the effects, and yeah, like I say, space some of the cars out a bit. But yeah, and there we go. That's brought us to the end of our day at Alton Towers. Been nice to be back. Nice weather. A few clouds have been coming and going. But yeah, it's been dry, so that's the main thing at the end of the day. Enjoyed all of the rides we've done, as much as we didn't do loads. Quite busy, bits of downtime here and there. Quite a few under-advertised queue times, I'd say, today as well. The app would say something, the keyboard would say something, and you can tell that it's not that. And 13, I actually thought it would be 60, and it ended up being like 90, so yeah, it's what it is though. But overall, enjoyed Alton Towers. I don't think I've mentioned Spinball.
Can't remember now, but that's closed, and I won't ramble on because I think I did mention it. But
I'll probably wait till that's open again to return here, but I assume it will open at some point this month. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Check out the screen to see more, and I'll see you next time from Alton Towers.